Shabbat Shalom all. We continue our Genesis Revelations daily study. We are today on Joshua chapters 17 to 21, which continues the allocation of land between the tribes. Reading from Joshua chapter 17 verse 1. There was also a lot for the tribe of Manasseh, for he was the firstborn of Joseph, to wit for Machir, the firstborn of Manasseh, the father of Gilead, because he was a man of war. Therefore he had Gilead and Bashan. There was also a lot for the rest of the children of Manasseh by their families. These were the male children of Manasseh, the son of Joseph, by their families. Verse 3. But Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, had no sons but daughters. And these are the names of his daughters: Mahlah, and Noah, Hoglah, Milcah, and Tirzah. And they came near before Eleazar the priest, and before Joshua the son of Nun, and before the princes, saying, Yahweh commanded Moses to give us an inheritance among our brethren. Therefore, according to the commandment of Yahweh, he gave them an inheritance among the brethren of their father. Continuing from verse 12. Yet the children of Manasseh could not drive out the inhabitants of those cities, but the Canaanites would dwell in that land. Yet it came to pass, when the children of Israel were waxen strong, when they became strong, that they put the Canaanites to tribute, but they did not utterly drive them out. Verse 17. And Joshua spoke unto the house of Joseph, even to Ephraim and to Manasseh, saying, Thou art a great people, and hast great power. Thou shalt not have one lot only, but the mountain shall be thine, for it is a wood, and thou shalt cut it down, and the outgoings of it shall be thine. For thou shalt drive out the Canaanites, though they have iron chariots, and though they be strong. And you can read the rest of that chapter. Chapter 18. And the whole congregation of the children of Israel assembled together at Shiloh, and set up the tabernacle of the congregation there. And the land was subdued before them. There remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which had not yet received their inheritance. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, How long are ye slack to go to possess the land which Yahweh God of your fathers hath given you? Verse 9. And the men went and passed through the land, and described it by cities into 7 parts in a book, and came again to Joshua to the host of Shiloh. And Joshua cast lots for them in Shiloh before Yahweh. And there Joshua divided the land unto the children of Israel according to the divisions. So what we've just read is the tabernacle had been standing in Gilgal. It was of an importance because it was where they met with God. Exodus chapters 29 verses 42 to 46. Shiloh was a strategic site in the hill country, easier to defend and more centrally located for the tribes. The Levites did not get an inheritance, but were scattered among the other tribes to minister to them as a holy nation, not only to a group of people. In many cases, we are seeing people of God allowing him to make the choice, even in Acts chapters 12, in Acts 1 verse 24, which says, this is when we went to choose someone to replace Judas. So it says, And they prayed and said, Thou Yahweh, which knowest the hearts of all men, show which of these 2 thou hast chosen, that he may take part of this ministry and apostleship, from which Judas by transgression fell, that he might go to his own place. And they gave forth their lots, and the lot fell upon Matthias, and he was numbered with 11 apostles. Chapter 19, verse 1. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon, according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. Verse 9. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon, for the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. Verse 10. And the third lot came upon the children of Zebulun, according to their families, and the border of the inheritance was unto Sherid. Verse 17. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar, for the children of Issachar, according to their families. Verse 24. And the fifth lot came out to the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families. Verse 32. And the sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali, according to their families. Verse 40. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. Verse 49. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coast, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua, the son of Nun, among them. According to the word of Yahweh, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah, in Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt there. These are their inheritance, which Elijah the priest and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh before Yahweh at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. Chapter 20. Yahweh also spoke unto Joshua, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Appoint out of you cities of refuge, whereof I spoke unto you by the hand of Moses, that the slayer that killeth any person accidentally and unwittingly may flee there, and they shall be your refuge from the avenger of blood. And when he doth flee unto one of those cities, shall stand at entering the gate of the city, and shall declare his cause in the ears of the elders of that city. They shall take him into the city unto them, and give him a place that he may dwell among them. And if the avenger of blood pursue after him, then they shall not deliver the slayer up into his hands, because he smote his neighbor accidentally, and hated him not before. And he shall dwell in that city until he stand before the congregation for judgment, until the death of the high priest that shall be in those days. Then shall the slayer return, and come unto his own city, and unto his own house, unto the city from whence he fled. Verse 9. These were the cities appointed for all the children of Israel, and for the stranger that sojourneth among them, that whosoever killeth any person unawares by accident might flee there. So in other words, this was like a temporary custody, like we have today, until someone is convicted or until they're tried and either found guilty or not guilty. Okay, chapter 21. Cities and pastures, lands allocated to Levites. Then came near the hands of the fathers of the Levites unto Eleazar the priest, and unto Joshua the son of Nun, and unto the heads of the fathers of the tribes of the children of Israel. And they spoke unto them at Shiloh in the land of Canaan, saying, Yahweh commanded by the hand of Moses to give us cities to dwell in, which with the suburbs thereof for our cattle. And the children of Israel gave unto the Levites out of their inheritance at the commandment of Yahweh these cities and their suburbs. And the lot came out of the families of the Korathites, and the children of Aaron the priest, which were of the Levites, had by lot out of their tribes of Judah, and out of the tribe of Simeon, and out of the tribe of Benjamin, 13 cities. Verse 41. All the cities of the Levites within the possession of the children of Israel were 48 cities with their suburbs. These cities were every one with their suburbs round about them, Thus were all these cities. And Yahweh gave unto Israel all the land which he swore to give unto their fathers, and they possessed it and dwelt therein. And Yahweh gave them rest round about according to all that he swore unto their fathers, and they stood not a man of all their enemies before them. Yahweh delivered all their enemies into their hands. There failed not aught of any good thing which Yahweh had spoken unto the house of Israel, all came to pass. So God fulfilled his word. His word has not returned void. Isaiah 55 verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, it shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I pleased, and it shall prosper in the thing which I sent it. We have now reached the stage of the history where God has performed what he promised the covenant, to take them to and give them the land. Though Israel did not fully perform their part of totally clearing the land of former pagan occupiers, hence future problems of today. Enjoy your Shabbat, and we'll speak again tomorrow, God willing.